Welcome to JD and the Some C. D here. In this one, we're doing a hobby hangout. This is fantastic. Roy and Richard from Necromacho Entertainment are actually going to be on the video helping me build this tile. Again, I don't know why I'm talking. Let's get to it. I know in the picture I have here, it's going to be another little run, but I actually think I'm going to do something like this on this tile. You know, I really want to have a little more character on this tile. So, you know what? I think I'm going to enlist the help of, well, we'll see. I'll be back in just a minute here. Okay, guys, now I'm here. The tile's going. Roy and Richard from Necromacho Entertainment are here. They're gonna help out, I guess, or something. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully all of you, well, don't turn off the video at this point. So I'll let them both introduce themselves.
Well, hello, I'm Roy, one of the hosts of Necromacho Entertainment.
And I'm Richard, better known as Let's Play Minis.
On Instagram. And yeah, you know, maybe we can, hey, how about a promo? How about that? Let's promo what we're doing this for.
Well, Dale is kindly doing this out of the goodness of his heart, because he's going to come down to our event at the end of April, A Fistful of Credits. Yes. So if any of you y'all would like to come on down, feel free. The 2-day narrative event. Have a good time. You know, screwing around, playing some games.
Yes.
Having some laughs. So
hopefully, anyways. But yeah. Wow. Hey, look at that promo. Who knew? Yeah, this is what working without a script is like, you guys. Theme boards. Roy thinks this is themed enough.
Well, I mean, you got it. It's you're going around the way you have it laid down. It's it's collapsing into the sump, like the sump's coming up underneath it. You know, it's eroding away at the foundation and it's collapsing into it. I mean, that's a pretty good theme to me.
And that's enough? Nothing more?
I mean,
on the
beggars
spot.
can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. You're hooking us up. You know, you're doing your thing. You know what? I want a gold-plated statue of an Orlok in the middle of it.
Careful with sarcasm.
I was trying to get my buddy to see, because he's electroplate stuff, and I'm like, hey, can you electroplate something gold? He's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's pretty toxic to do it. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
But all right. And then let's see here. Richard likes piers. So how do you want your pier? Do you want it to be plastic or
Dealer's choice in that, because like I'm thinking, like, for the underhive, like, you're just cobbling whatever you can, like, together, and there's not really rhyme or reason. It's just like, if it fits, it sits. Like, you just put it on there, plop it, and it's like, okay, cool, just tack rolled it there. There you go. Now you got a deck. So
nice.
Okay.
Well, that's fun.
Not prefabricated, I would think, or I would imagine.
Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. But this is also going to be a Floridian board. So, you know, I've only visited Florida. I've never lived there. I mean,
well, if you put some pylons that are out there, it has a...
Okay.
Are good.
Okay. See? My son was just telling me about somebody called Florida Man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He wrestles alligators? Is that right?
Yes. Wrestles alligators. Runs from
That's
cops, jumps off bridges.
fantastic.
Eats bath salts, eats people's faces. Yeah,
Wow.
you got it all, buddy.
Okay. Oh, that's very cool.
Actually, they just had the Florida Man Games the other month.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they made Florida Man Games.
Man. Wow. That must be exciting.
It's very rednecky.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a neck, it should be red. I mean. Oh, sorry, this is taking so long.
No worries.
My knife is blunted here a bit.
Yeah, watching you carve this in real time, it's just like, ugh.
I'm surprised you don't get some shears to cut that thing.
Yeah, it doesn't work with this stuff. Because of the they really did this well on this mold, for staying away from warping. Yeah, from warping. So.
This is where I'm very thankful for the shop I have. 'Cause I'll just take a bandsaw to it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. And I have the availability too, but this is more fun.
Bandsaw doesn't make good viewing.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
The anticipation of that knife slipping in there goes at the tip of a thumb.
Oh God, no! Yeah, I have fully discovered after the last 2 videos that people do not want to watch me paint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people like a time lapse, a quick time lapse, if you can do that.
They do.
Time lapse, montage.
They come back and back and back for watching me do this, and I think it's just because of the heart attack. Okay, as you guys could see, we have the collection of how we're going to texture this tile. So, what's Fistful of Credits all about?
So, Fistful of Credits, a narrative event. If you've ever seen the movie that the name is based off of, a great Clint Eastwood movie, A Fistful of Dollars, part of the Dollars trilogy.
Yes.
There's some bounty hunters going around looking for some bad guys. And there's going to be some bounty hunters flaunting around in the Underhive, maybe some bad guys making an appearance and causing a ruckus during your game. Come down to play.
See, I'm down with that. That's going to be great. As I'm bringing I'm going to bring my standard outcast gang of scum and villainy. This is going to be a blast. Oh yeah, it's based upon Ocean's 11. So it's an Underhive trader, Todd Cord. He's my favorite guy I've ever made. He's a scummer that looks like a Goliath, and well, my buddy made this 3D print of this magnificent mustached man with gigantic. He kind of looks like Jesse the Body Ventura mixed with Sam Elliott. So yeah, and he's wearing the Jesse the Body stuff. So he's got exotic furs, but he's this huge model, mainly because it was supposed to be a 28 mil, and then Mike sized it up. So we were trying to figure out, because it's a really awesome model, it's a good print and everything, and I was just like, and then the Outcast book came out, and I was just like, oh yeah, okay, we're just gonna do this. He's gonna show up, so I have him as is that the Rebel? No, not the Rebel Lord. The Imposter.
Okay.
I can't remember which house it is. But the only reason that I got him was because I had access to digilasers. So Todd Cord has nothing but his mitts, and he's got digilasers, and he's got a grapnel launcher.
Cool.
So and he's got a couple of grenades. which is pretty cool. And then basically he just goes to whatever local bar is and just hires dudes out. And
Okay, yeah.
you know, that kind of a thing. I got my own hive guys. But yeah, I stole this is kind of the gang is kind of my movie name stealing gang. You know, I got Charlie Sheen and I got Martin Sheen and I got a pair of yokels, Mick and Mac Donald. They're a bunch of idiots. They just have they have flails. That's all they got.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Well, they are, except they're scum, and the flails are neat when they work, but
yeah.
I'm not known for rolling sixes, unfortunately. So that's not my forte.
Well, but, with you bringing your Ocean's 11 gang, we are going to have a casino board. So if you want to try and plan a heist,
fantastic. That's cool. Speaking of which, how is that coming?
It's coming along quite well. Talked with Roy. He was generous enough to sit down and chat with me about it, because it's just like, I'm just completely lost as to like where it's going to sit, where, like, how it's going to exist. As we were talking, it was just like, oh, this is sparking an idea. This is sparking an idea. And so where it's at the moment is I have this quad of habitat units from the ash waste terrain that have joined together. Sure. You can pop off all the tops for them. Well, it's going to be sitting on top of 25 crates, and in those crates is going to be a bazaar. So there's going to be like all this it's kind of the area to trade. So there's going to be levels and platforms that you can climb up and down. I would think that we could maybe do like a house rule of like, if you're standing next to the like munitions, like Frank's Fun Frags, you can just grab a grenade off the desk or off the shelf and just throw it at somebody. That could be fun. But if have the shopkeeper maybe shoot you in retaliation, who knows? So. And then I'm still we're trying to figure out for these bastion towers, which are like 3 sections tall. It's like, what do I do with them? It's like Roy's saying, cut off the gun ports for it and just kind of put signs over it, but like just flatten it off. The whole thing is just like, oh, like this used to be like the X number precinct for whatever, not Arbites, but enforcers. So it's just like on such a massive scale, it's almost like Top City. So you have these like 3 towers. There used to be a 4th, but that one's not there anymore for some reason. And so the whatever gang has come in, set up their own casino on top of all these crates, and each tower is supplying the casino. So one's going to be like the cash, the cage for the casino. The other is going to be like a VIP, like high rollers play area, and then of course, because everybody loves a bar, so we're going to do a bar on one of them. So
all good fantasy stories start in a bar.
Always.
Even if they're future fantasies.
Yeah, we brainstormed that for like at least 30 minutes, just talking back and forth. And that led to another idea that Richard didn't want to use on this board. Then I'm going to, either he or I will use on another board. Richard, are you going to keep on building more tiles on that board?
I do have one more to add to this. Yes, like one by one, and that will get me 24 square feet.
Nice.
Yeah, 24 square feet. I'll actually need to add a couple, just because the crane sits on top of the other 2x2, so it doesn't quite, like, there's going to be a gap of 2. I'll have to eventually do that. I mean, I've got a power station here that I can use for something. The Kill Team power station piece, that's great kit. Yeah, that's future me's problem. I'm not looking at filling out the full 6x4 quite yet.
That's quite a future me problem.
Yeah. Roy, what was the thing that you were alluding to? We were talking about that.
the collapsed dome, like caving in and making a big
yeah.
giant pile, and it has
Yeah.
a trail cut back on it, or it's not much of that flat trail, but like trail with rubble around it, so you can take cover behind it. Fun stuff.
Yeah, there's like walkable paths that people have made. You're just have trouble.
There's a term for that, where like people like cut through the grass, instead of taking the corner on a sidewalk. There's a term for why people do that and what that is.
When they do it on my yard, it's called being a jerk. Yeah, totally.
Oh.
And they do sometimes. Hate it. You guys gotta pay for the grass. Yeah, I don't know the term. I can't remember my name most of the time for terms. That's how come Jay and I went with J and D.
Oh, it's just first initials.
It's simple.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, and Jay and Dale in the sump C doesn't quite have the hook.
What I was getting at, Dale, with boosters is one of the things I did for my tiles is that it was like I think it's like a join the card type poster, propaganda poster. And it was like cut out like 6 or 7 of them. There's like all like little tiny ones, and then there's like one giant one that's just like plastered up on the wall.
Right.
I haven't seen a lot of people do that.
No, that's cool. All right, I'm getting this right. I think I am, because I know I'm melting your guys' brain right now as I melt this tile up. So this is going to be the fishing shack tile. Okay, that'll work. No. That's exactly what I wanted this little meeting to do, because this is. I mean, well, I'm having fun and everything. The issue with how in depth that I've kind of gotten with this build is that if I don't get some kind of inspiration, and I might as well do it for you guys, since you guys are going to be, playing on these things, they're all going to kind of look the same. Because I've kind of, you know what I mean? And I totally don't want that. That kills me. It's one of the reasons I kind of took a break from making the sump wall, to be honest.
Oh, okay, because it's so same.
Whenever I do a tile build or something where I'm going to build another part of the world, I always start with the mundane first. So you build the plain tiles first, and then because after 2 or 3 of those, you'll be like, okay, yeah, well, now what? Then you have your mundane tiles. A lot of people do it the other way. They build the star tiles, the one where the bar. I always start with a bar. Well, you're not going to have 2 bars. You know what I mean? I mean, you'll have a bar and you'll maybe have a shack that sells moonshine. I can see that. Something as established as a bar is going to be, in this kind of a scenario, they're going to have, their own guys that walk over and torch whatever, whatever competition there is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, because I don't want this to have a complacency look. And there's the tower in the center, which is probably, I'm going to have you guys come back to help me with that video too, most likely.
Okay.
Because that's the one that's going to be the big character. I don't think I want to do a crane, but some kind of promethium pump refilling station would be pretty neat. Although,
was it propane and propane accessories?
Oh, this is why everybody should talk to one another, because that's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. I should see if Mike can print out little propane tanks. That's cool. And it's never been done. I haven't seen anybody do that.
You know what? Yeah. Those are free incendiary grenades on the board. Pick them up.
Right.
You chunk them 2 times.
Yep.
2 times your strength, and then you shoot them.
Yep. No doubt. Well, there you go, you guys. You've sat through it.
That's all I can say. God, I like it.
It's totally wrecked. It's kind of funny how you guys go silent at some point, because I've grabbed these things and I'm just let it rip. We're gonna do a fishing shack. here. Do you want a boat, or do you want? You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll make the boat scatter so you can, you can put it in there if you want to. Yeah, that'll do in a later video. Crane on the end of the pier.
What?
What do you think? These are cool cranes, and they come already, so you can take them off and put them on.
Yeah,
which is.
I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, it depends on how rickety and janky that pier is.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, that's never stopped anybody in Necromunda from using dangerous stuff. But
that's very true.
It's gonna be cool. I'm excited. So here we are, Mick and MacDonald and Todd Court, the elusive. Oh my God, you guys, this was such a blast. Hanging out, hobbying, getting to know Roy and Richard a little bit better together. It was almost like a podcast, except, a little bit of my videoing going on, which was a different video. Leave me a comment down there if you like this, because I really liked making this one. Here's a last run through with the 3 tiles as they look so far. Thank you again, Roy and Richard. And if you haven't listened to Necromacho podcast, I recommend them completely. Really nice guys, and hopefully this tile turns out the way they wanted it to. Man, was that a blast. I had so much fun building this thing. Thanks for stopping, you guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's a little bit of a different thing, but hopefully I can do this again with some other, surprise guests. As always, you guys have a great night. As always, please like and subscribe.